is locked in, and the Avalanche are struggling. This is your Denver Sports Daily for October 3rd. Let's go.
Taking you through your morning headlines, it's Denver Sports Daily with Rachel V. Hill.
The Denver Broncos signed former Miami Dolphins running back Salvon Ahmed. After the loss of Tyler Beatty, the Broncos needed to get someone in who could fill his spot for the time being. Beatty is expected to be put on IR and join Audric Estime, where he will most likely stay for another week. The Broncos now have 4 active running backs with Ahmed, Javonte Williams, Jaleel McLaughlin, and Blake Watson. Ahmed isn't expected to make a huge impact, but he could provide a good boost off the bench. He's recorded 163 carries and 5 touchdowns in his 4 years in the league. So obviously, not somebody who's going to come in and make an impact like Derrick Henry going on the Ravens, of course. But this is somebody who's going to, space out the locker room with, those 2 players who are on IR. It's going to be good to have another player in that can come in and take some of those hits and snaps because, as we all know, the running back position is so physical and so hard nowadays that we need to get all those people in there. And with Javonte Williams and Jaleel McLaughlin not at the peak that they were at a few years ago, it's good that we're kind of spacing it out. And Ahmed seems to have some really good qualities, so I'm excited to see where this could lead for him. Now, moving on, Sean Payton isn't interested in how the Raiders are doing and spoke on how he is more focused on his team with the Raiders. Recent drama focused around Devontae Adams and some injuries they face. This game should be a win for the Broncos. Sean Payton spoke on this saying, "We're really worried about our own team. You focus on your own team. Yeah, we pay attention to the other team's injury report throughout the week. Our time and energy is in the building." This is an important game for the Broncos, with it being a divisional rival and perhaps having playoff implications due to the current standings. So it's good to see that Sean Payton is focused. The last time the Broncos beat the Raiders was December 29th, 2019. Can you believe that? COVID wasn't even around yet. I mean, that was a totally different world. Sean Payton was still on the Saints. It's totally different. So getting a first win in a long time, especially with the hot, streak that they're on right now, would be very, very good. And as I said, this would be Sean Payton's first win against the Raiders with the Broncos if they can pull it out. Another fun fact about this is that this will also be the first time we see the new retro uniforms, which I am so incredibly excited for. I know my fantasy league with my friends, we have a bet where the winner gets to pick out a jersey, and I've already picked out if I'm winning, I'm getting a retro Patrick Surtain jersey because those are just so beautiful. I'm so excited to see them. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on if we are going to win because it should be a good game and we should be able to pull out with the win, especially with the Raiders being as injured and damaged as they are. I'm very excited to see how that game's going to play out. Now, moving on to the Colorado Avalanche, they take all of the ice tonight as they play the Las Vegas Golden Knights. The Avs are currently 0-4 in the preseason, and with Georgiev struggling and Arturi Lehkonen out, and everyone's still unsure about Gabe Landeskog, this is a really hard time for the Avs, and I'm already very unsure about how they're going to do during the regular season. It's not good. They're not in a good position at all. Nobody knows exactly when Landeskog could return, but one thing is that it won't be anytime soon. And I heard yesterday on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, they were talking about this, and their trainer said that they were measuring Lonzo Ball's recovery with the Bulls because Gabe Landeskog's injury was about 2 months after that. And with that, they're kind of comparing like the same injury to these 2 different players. But that was kind of crazy to me because it's 2 very different sports, 2 very different ages, 2 very different people. So I'm not quite sure that we'll see Gabe very soon or even at all this season, which is really sad to hear because obviously he's been such a big part of this team and what a great player he has been, but it's not looking like he's going to be able to play or able to even skate anytime soon. So I'll keep you guys updated on that if we hear anything new. The MLB playoffs started 2 days ago, and we are already bringing out the brooms. The Detroit Tigers sweep the Houston Astros. The Kansas City Royals sweep the Baltimore Orioles. And the San Diego Padres sweep the Atlanta Braves. The only game going to Game 3 in the wild card round is the New York Mets and the Milwaukee Brewers. They are going to be having their Game 3 tonight at 5 p.m. Mountain Time. Now, I just want to give a round of applause to everybody who doesn't like the Astros as much as I do because it's so good to see the Detroit Tigers just take them down. That is so that I prayed for times like this. That's amazing, man. I hate the Astros so much. And, I don't like the Detroit Tigers because, I grew up in Minnesota. Tigers and Twins, not necessarily. I don't really like much about Detroit, but still, that is good to see that the Houston Astros are going down. I love that. The Kansas City Royals, though, I really don't think I could stomach any other wins from Kansas City. I don't want to see them go far at all. Get them out of here. I don't want to see that at all. And the San Diego Padres, gotta root for them a little bit, but now they have to go up against the Dodgers, which is not going to be good. I mean, I am a Shohei fan first and foremost. I don't care if nobody likes him. I am a Shohei fan. That guy is incredible. That is, I will say right here, the best baseball player of all time. So seeing those two go up against each other, finally Shohei is going to do something in the postseason. He's healthy. He's going to be successful. I'm looking forward to the Dodgers going far this year. And the Mets and Milwaukee Brewers, that's going to be a game tonight. I love the Mets. I like the Brewers. That's going to be a fun game. I personally have the Mets winning. I personally have the Mets going kind of far into the postseason, or at least getting a few wins in the next round. So that's going to be a great game. All right. Now I'd like to read some comments before we take off today. Good morning, Joey. Good morning, Michael. How are you today? I still think it's going to be another close one. Broncos should win it. They have everything that they need to win it. I mean, their defense is playing like a top 5 defense in the league, a top 3 defense in the league. They're playing like an undefeated team on defense, but that offense really needs some help. And I still have hope for Bo, but that's just and if I'm being honest, he hasn't shown me anything that has made me high on him yet. I haven't seen anything from Bo Nix that has made me say, okay, this guy is the bona fide future of this team. So hopefully we can see something like that against this Raiders team. And I know that their defense has been good, but this is going to be their shot to kind of, get a win out on like a subpar defense right now because of the injuries that they're facing. And yeah, I agree with this. Bo does need some help. He does need help. But people were high on Cortland Sutton, and I love Marvin Mims and Troy Franklin. Like, those players should be. I don't want to say they should be enough, but they are solid players that will get you to a good point. And and the point I always make is that great QBs don't need help around them. They make their players around them better. That's kind of what we see with Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes. They make those subpar wide receivers who are only okay some of the best in the league. I mean, Rashee Rice on any other team would not be a big loss. Like, let's be honest, he wouldn't be. Him and Cortland Sutton are comparable. So that's what I want to see from Bo, is to start uplifting his teammates and making them fit to him as better players. You know what I mean? So that is going to do it for your Denver Sports Daily today. I am going to be with you guys again tomorrow and for the next couple weeks. As if you don't know, Rachel is on getting married right now and going on her honeymoon. So congratulations to her. So I want to be hanging out with you guys for a couple more weeks. But as of all, that is it for today. So I will see you guys again tomorrow. Bye.